Hello there, this is Aaron Foster, aka the Gaggerman to you internet people, and this is Lucy Lolly. This is the longest film I've ever made. And most definitely the most ambitious. I mean, this took a lot of work. Now let's start by talking about the origin of Lucy Lolly. The name Lucy Lolly came from some random stupid MP3 I made years ago. I think it was about 2005, maybe even 2004. I'll play the sample here for you. Lucy...
Lucy Lolly is loopy about loafers. I'm gonna walk away now.
So yeah, did I mention I'm insane? But you know, that was the first time I came up with the name Lucy Lolly, and already you had the whole cute and not so cute sides of her. Now this is going to sound like a really cheesy how Walt Disney came up with Mickey Mouse story, but the first time I actually doodled Lucy Lolly was on a train journey coming back from London, I believe, sometime in summer of 2006. And sometime later I started drawing her some more and coming up with some random ideas of her licking a lollipop and seeing the lolly's reaction and then it breaking up in her mouth. And a lot of these early doodles actually did end up becoming scenes in the film, except for the doodles of her talking, because I decided in the end to make the film silent. And then on the way back from Florida on a plane that Christmas, I ended up doodling up pretty much an entire rough storyboard of the film, which is almost exactly how the film turned out in the end, except for what the lolly piece was used to escape from Lucy's stomach, and also how the film ended. So in September of 2007, I started doing my last year of my uni degree of animation and decided to do this as my final project. So quite a few months of planning it, and then in March, I think it was March, I actually started animating it, which took me a solid 3 months, I believe. I even had a backup plan just in case I didn't have enough time to animate the whole thing. What I did is I split the film into 3 chunks, the beginning, the middle and the end, and basically I animated the beginning and the end first, and then the middle last. And the middle, if I didn't have time to do that, I would tinker about with the other 2, squeeze them together, and the story wouldn't make quite as much sense, but at least I would have something. But luckily I got it all done in time, so there. Now when I was in the planning stages, I made some collage art, which you may have seen on the front cover of the DVD, and I actually wanted to animate the whole film like that with cardboard cutouts. And obviously that would have took far too long. That, you know, it would have been very, very tedious. So instead I ended up animating the whole thing in Flash, especially after I found out that I could add a drop shadow to symbols, which was quite handy. Now what this meant is that every colour in the film, every single part of Lucy, had to be its own layer, which made it quite complicated after I'd done the rough animation on paper with the keyframes, scanned those in, and I was sort of tracing the Flash animation over the top. Every part, her hair, her face, her eyes, all had to be completely separate layers with their own drop shadows, which actually glitched out a few times in Flash. When you were running it in Flash itself, everything was sort of going funny. But they came out fine when I exported them as bitmaps, so it don't matter. To emphasise the collage style I was going for more, I scanned in a bunch of textures to use for the more abstract backgrounds, including went up to Homebase or somewhere and grabbed a bunch of those books that have like the wallpaper samples in them and scanned a bunch of those in. All the backgrounds inside Lucy's stomach and in her mouth, all the teeth ones, they were all done in Photoshop. And would you looky there, a Rab Rab alarm clock. But yeah, I actually had to do quite a lot of anatomy research, including what the inside of a stomach wall looks like, considering there's an entire scene set under there and I had no idea what they look like. But it's a cartoon, so obviously I could exaggerate things and also get away with recycling entire scenes like I did just here. I literally just had to change the timing a little and change the colour of the lollipop there. And in case you're wondering why the film ends the way it does, this is actually a bit of a homage to some of the old Looney Tunes cartoons which ended the same exact way. Though when they screen them on TV now, I'd imagine they cut these bits out. So that was Lucy Lolly. I hope you enjoyed my little commentary thingy here. And there's plenty of other extras on the DVD and some commentaries on 3 of the other cartoons. So go check those out too, please.